When we were kids, Helga Pataki was usually the bully. The loud one, the angry one, the girl constantly shouting at everyone around her. But looking back now, it's hard not to notice something else, because underneath the insults and the attitude and the tough exterior, Helga was carrying a lot more pain than most cartoon characters ever showed. And honestly, she may have been one of the saddest cartoon characters in children's television. Stay until the end because we're breaking down why Helga feels completely different as an adult and giving her her final Retro Dive case file ranking. Hello and welcome back to Retro Dive, where we revisit classic cartoons, nostalgic characters, and the shows that shaped an entire generation. And today, we're diving into one of the most misunderstood characters Nickelodeon ever created, Helga Pataki. As kids, most viewers saw the story through Arnold's perspective, and from that point of view, Helga seemed mean, aggressive, and completely unreasonable. She constantly insulted Arnold, argued with classmates, and seemed angry almost all of the time, so naturally a lot of people assumed she was simply the bully. But that explanation never really told the whole story. Because once you look beyond the surface, you start to notice something uncomfortable. Helga spent much of her childhood feeling ignored. Her family rarely gave her the attention she needed, her father was often focused elsewhere, her mother struggled with her own problems, and despite acting strong, Helga often seemed lonely. Really lonely. A lot of her behaviour starts to make more sense when you realise how much of it came from wanting to be noticed, wanting to matter, and wanting someone to actually see her. That's what makes Helga such an interesting character, because almost everything people saw was a performance. The insults, the toughness, the confidence, the anger, behind all of it was someone incredibly vulnerable. Someone terrified of being rejected, someone who found it easier to push people away than risk getting hurt. And honestly, that's a feeling a lot of people recognise when they get older. And Arnold wasn't important to Helga simply because she liked him. He represented something much bigger: kindness, safety, understanding. Arnold was one of the few people who constantly treated others with empathy, and for someone like Helga, that mattered a lot, because when people don't feel seen, they often become attached to the people who make them feel understood. And as adults, many viewers stop seeing Helga as the bully and start seeing her as a child struggling with emotions she didn't know how to express. That doesn't excuse everything she did. She could be cruel, manipulative, and unnecessarily harsh, but it makes her understandable. And that's why the character still resonates today, because underneath the jokes, Helga felt human. And the older you get, the harder it becomes to see Helga as a simple cartoon bully, because her story was never really about anger. It was about loneliness, insecurity, and wanting to be loved. And that's why she remains one of the most emotionally complex characters Nickelodeon ever created. So using the Retro Dive case file index, we have Intelligence 7, Power 2, Durability 6, Strategy 8, Emotional Stability 3, Danger Factor 3, giving her a final score of 4.8 out of 10. One of the most emotionally layered characters we've covered so far. Helga wasn't memorable because she was loud, she was memorable because underneath everything else, she felt real. If you enjoyed this Retro Dive case file, subscribe for more deep dives into classic cartoons, nostalgic characters, and forgotten favourites, and let me know in the comments, which character should we revisit next? I'll see you in the next dive.